Deep beneath the silent surface of the alien jungle, hope seemed as distant as the stars above. Seble sat with her back against the cold wall of the filthy holding pen, the weight of their captivity pressing down on her. Steve paced restlessly, fists clenched. "We have to try something," he whispered urgently. "Talk to them. Reason with them. There has to be a way out of this." Seble shook her head slowly, her voice heavy with grim understanding. "It's no use, Steve. I've touched their minds. They don't see us as people. To the Dinch, we're nothing more than livestock. We're their chickens. You don't argue with your dinner." Steve stopped pacing, refusing to accept defeat. "Don't give up. If you can't force your way through with your abilities, try something else. You've always been better at reading people than I have. Find another door." Seble closed her eyes, drawing a deep breath. After a long moment, she nodded. "All right, I'll try being friendly." The next time the Dinch guard approached their pen, Seble reached out gently with her mind, not with force, but with calm curiosity and respect. She projected simple, non-threatening thoughts. Gratitude for the food they had been given, questions about the Dinch way of life. To her surprise, the guard paused. Its large, potato-like head tilted slightly. A faint connection formed. Seble seized the opening. "Where do your people come from?" Images flooded her mind, a once beautiful world now reduced to barren rock and toxic wasteland. The Dinch had consumed every resource with relentless efficiency, stripping their home planet until it could no longer sustain them. When collapse became inevitable, they built vast fleets of generation ships and scattered across the stars like locusts. One of those thousands of vessels had landed on this world centuries ago. Now they lived here, expanding their underground empire one enslaved mind at a time. Seble pressed gently further. "Why are you assigned to guard duty instead of living on the higher, cleaner levels with the others?" The guard's response carried a bitter undertone. "I have less intelligence than the others. I am only fit for simple tasks like watching animals." Seble sensed the quiet anger simmering beneath its surface. "How do you feel about that?" The guard's mental voice grew sharper. "I am mad." Seble chose her next words carefully, planting the seed with precision. "If you want to take revenge on those who look down on you, there is a way. Help us escape. When the others discover that their less intelligent guard let valuable livestock walk free, they will never assign you to guard duty again. They will learn to respect you." The Dinch guard remained silent for a long, tense moment. Seble held her breath. Then, without a word, the cell door hissed open. The guard motioned for them to follow. Seble and Steve exchanged a stunned glance and slipped out into the filthy lower corridors. The Dinch led them through back passages and maintenance tunnels, avoiding the main thoroughfares where other Dinch might notice. Every step was filled with heart-pounding tension. Distant sounds of digging and the occasional mental command from higher-level overseers echoed through the complex. They ascended level by level, the environment growing cleaner and more sophisticated as they rose. Finally, the guard brought them to a hidden service exit near the surface. With one last, almost reluctant mental nudge, it opened the final door. "Go," it thought, and "do not return." Seble sent a wave of genuine gratitude. "Thank you. You have changed your fate today." The guard turned and disappeared back into the tunnels without another word. Seble and Steve emerged into the alien jungle under the cover of night, hearts racing. They moved quickly and silently, putting as much distance as possible between themselves and the underground city of the Dinch. The mind-controlled silence of the jungle now worked in their favor. No animals stirred to betray their location. Hours later, bruised, exhausted, but free, they reached their hidden backup landing site and activated the emergency beacon for extraction. As the rescue craft descended through the canopy, Seble looked back toward the distant entrance to the Dinch underworld. "Mind control," she whispered. "The ultimate slavery. And they've turned an entire planet into their feeding ground." Steve placed a hand on her shoulder. "We got out. That's what matters now." But both of them knew the truth. The Dinch were still out there, invisible, patient, and always hungry. And somewhere in the stars, other worlds were waiting to become their next hunting grounds.